Hi, everyone. Today we're traveling virtually to Waldorf, Germany. Waldorf is headquarters of one of the largest software companies in the world, SAP. And I'm really excited to be joined today by Dr. Martin Klein, Senior Vice President and General Manager of Public Services at SAP. Martin, it's wonderful to see you again.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Now, SAP has been an amazing partner of Amazon Web Services. Can you introduce SAP to our audience a little bit?
Happy to do so. So SAP is a market share leader in enterprise application software. So we're talking about enterprise resource planning, human capital management, supply chain, these type of things, right? And we are celebrating our 50th anniversary this year. So we are, compared to Amazon Web Services, quite an old company, if you will. As you already said, we're headquartered in a tiny little village called Waldorf that's outside Heidelberg, about an hour drive from Frankfurt. That might resonate with the audience a bit more. We're talking about 110,000, a little bit more employees globally. And as I said, we're headquartered here, but we do have a global presence, right? We are in Palo Alto, we are in Newton Square outside Philadelphia. We have 156 countries where we're operating in. Our customers generate 87% of the total commerce globally, which is huge, right? 99 of the 100 largest companies globally are customers of. We have about 20,000 government institutions, 58% of the United Nations government members are SAP customers, and almost 100 largest university in the world run our solutions. So overall, I would say we have a pretty broad footprint in that industry, and this all contributes to our mission, which is make the world run better and improve people's lives.
Now, SAP and Amazon Web Services have been working together for quite some time from a technical perspective, security, sales, and marketing, a myriad of different ways to help ensure that our customers are successful. Can you tell a little bit from your perspective about the alliance between Amazon Web Services and SAP?
Yes, and I would like to focus on what we're doing jointly in government. When you look at governments today, I think they're challenged. On the one hand side, the citizens trust less and expect more. And from my perspective, the means to address those two challenges is a topic of data, right? Data provides you transparency that increases the trust by the citizens, but data is also important to make the right decisions, right? You want to do things proactive in a forward-looking way. You want to predict and act rather than react only, and you want to base your decisions on facts and figures rather than assumptions and belief. So you could say that the data topic is needed to digitize your processes or your value chain end to end. And that's where AWS and SAP collaborate so beautifully.
Both of our organizations, SAP and Amazon Web Services, obsess over the customers to make sure that it is a successful digital transformation. What are you hearing from our mutual customers around the globe, in particular in the government space?
So I think overall, our customers are super happy with what we're doing. And let me give you some examples of the joint solutions that we're offering that make our customers so happy about the partnership, right? The one thing is I mentioned the importance of data. Now, governments have secure requirements for data to be handled in a separate, special way that's secure, that's stored in a separate way. And here, for instance, SAP has offerings in certain market units, like in the US or in Australia, based on the AWS platform, where we're offering what we call the digital data cloud, right? So where the data is secured and stored in a special way using the AWS infrastructure, so that the customer data is secured.
Now, we're living in very unprecedented, uncertain times around the globe. How can AWS and SAP serve our customers even better to accelerate their digital transformation in these times?
So overall, I believe our partnership is really working well, and we get this positive feedback from our customers. But obviously, in each partnership, there's always a little bit room to improve. So in a nutshell, I think the importance is really we need to show up together and jointly create the value for the customer. So we need to combine each partner's strengths and communicate very clearly to the customer how, in that case, 1 + 1 really makes 3 or equals 3 instead of 2 only.
Well, consider us signed up. Martin, on behalf of the AWS Public Sector business, thank you for the partnership. Thank you for the business. And we're excited for the future together.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm looking forward to our joint work globally.